And there's some unique challenges for design build versus what I would call a specialty remodeler. So that would be somebody that's maybe focusing on smaller, more single tasks, such as window, siding, doors, roofing, versus a production home builder that's building off of a plan, building a lot of spec homes, that sort of thing. There's some unique challenges there. And so these unique challenges really come from, again, having product to show versus not show. So that's number one challenge. The next challenge you're going to run into is the sales process. Obviously, how do you sell design, which is essentially what you have to do in order to create an estimate in order to sell the job. So that's a huge challenge. Whereas obviously a production builder, especially for remodeler, they don't have that. The sales cycle is much shorter. It's much more of an immediate, what's the word I'm looking for? It's an immediate call to action or immediate position to take for a potential home buyer or remodeling buyer, because it's a project and get my arms around. I know what my roof's going to cost. Let's pick a shingle out. Let's go. Versus actually designing and building an addition to my home, or perhaps a very luxury custom home. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at, first and foremost, your website content. Because you don't really build product that people can see, such as a model home or a spec home, your website really becomes your number one source of leads. So if it's not your number one source of leads right now, I'm going to tell you how to do that. And after this webinar is done, you're going to be able to jump right in and make some immediate updates. Also, how you capture leads is quite different, because if I'm a production builder, I can capture a lead just based on having a home for sale. A home for sale, it's built. Hey, come buy it. If I'm a specialty remodeler, obviously a storm comes through. I got to get my roof fixed or my siding fixed, so on and so forth. So it's an easier sale, but website content actually becomes your 24/7 showroom. It is your model home. It is your everything. So from a marketing budgeting standpoint, your website should be on top, because really that is your primary tool you're going to use to attract that high quality lead. And that's where we'll start. We'll move on to lead capture, and then we're going to end up with lead conversion. So this is not three separate things. These are really all go together. And the conversion process obviously is what I'm talking about, is going from a lead from a website, or even a lead that calls in and leaves a message or it sends an email, to a phone appointment. So that's what we're talking about from a conversion standpoint, getting them into where you can have a conversation with them. You can qualify them in roughly 3 to 5 minutes. Oh, hey, I want to pursue this. This is a viable lead, or I'm going to say no, next, and move on to the next one. And really that's the goal here, is to be able to generate more opportunities than you can handle. So you can either create a backlog for yourself. You know, talking to a client today, he's at 8 months backlog right now. He wants to get back to 12 months. You know, I'm talking to a lot of other builders, and they're like, they have like a 1 month backlog. They're starting to get a little nervous. So you want to be able to create a backlog, or you want to be able to say, you know what, I want to start building larger homes or larger projects. And so I'm going to start saying no to these smaller projects, because now I have opportunities to build larger projects. However that looks to you, we just want to give you as many opportunities as possible to say no, so you can say yes to the right opportunities.